Good morning, everyone. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King, of course. We're here to take a look at our final analysis for the Preakness Stakes this upcoming weekend down at beautiful Pimlico. But before we jump in, as always, please turn your closed captions on and subscribe, ring the bell, support us in that way. Remember, tip sheets are available for Friday, the Black Eye Susan Day, over at Pimlico. It's a nice race card. It appears to be a better card than Saturday's, to be quite honest with you. They're 20 bucks, as well as the Preakness card on Saturday, the 20th. You can email me at speedking24@yahoo.com or text us at 732-804-0637. Well, the second leg of the Triple Crown is this upcoming Saturday, of course. We're down to a precious few of 8. Only one horse is in here from the Derby, and that is Mage, of course. And we have some new shooters on the scene. We're down to 8, right? So, I mean, a little watered down, to say the best or the least. And the race doesn't appear to be that tough. It is race number 13 on the card. We're going a mile and 3/16. It is the grade 1 for 1.5 million. 3-year-old boys are in town. We'll run through all 8 of them because it is the Preakness. We'll start right in with the number 1 horse, National Treasure. Well, National Treasure is 4-1 on the morning line. Nothing to complain about there. This here fine 3-year-old only has 1 win from 5 starts, okay? Well, again, that 1 win obviously is a maiden race as a 2-year-old back there, but has ran some beautiful races. But again, he's only a winner of 1, and that's maiden. He's never beaten an allowance horse or a stake horse. But that being said, the pace numbers are beautiful on National Treasure. By Quality Road on the back end by Medaglia Dora, trained by Bobby Baffert, and Johnny V is in the yarns. Now, that being said, National Treasure should work out a beautiful trip here, being on the rail. Okay, there's 3 speed horses in here the way that I see it. The number 1, National Treasure, Coffee with Chris, and of course, First Mission in number 8. Well, National Treasure should save all the ground and sit right behind the speed, who I think is going to be Coffee with Chris, and probably First Mission. So, that being said, this horse does have some upside to him and should be used in all your exotics in terms of exactas and trifactors. Number 2 horse. Well, here's a horse that just shouldn't be in the race. Chasing the Chaos, right? 3 wins, though, from 8 starts, 2 seconds, and 1/3. Well, I mean, he's a nice colt in his own right, or a nice gelding in his own right. Moger's doing the training. You got Sheldon Russell in the yards, but the speed figures are just too light here for the number 2, and he's 50-1, and he should be 99-1. Throw the 2 horse clearly off your ticket. Don't use him in the try, super, or anything. 2 horses seriously overmatched. And then you come to our Derby winner. Well, Mage is a very fine horse. 8-5 on the morning line, on his way to 6-5 or even money, if you ask me. The bottom line is he should win this race, okay? 2 wins from 4 starts, obviously. Maiden win, and then the big race, first Saturday of May, and 1 second. Well, this Kentucky bred is by Good Magic. His daddy, Good Magic, ran second, I believe, in the Derby for Chad Brown. Delgado's done a beautiful job with this horse, and you got the professional in the yards, Javier Castellano, and the speed figure and the pace number that this horse got out of the Kentucky Derby. If he runs that number, all these horses will have to improve a whole bunch. This horse, lays over this field, if you ask me. Now, the only knock that I have is the 2-week return. Is the horse short shipping from Kentucky now here in Pimlico? Doesn't look like it. The workout tab has bullets everywhere. And again, we call them morning glories, right? But to me, you won't get 15-1. So he's going to be an underlay here. I mean, we're not going to make the money that we made in the Derby on this horse for sure. But to me, pace figures are beautiful, ran a beautiful race. There's not the quality of horses that was in the Derby, that's in the Preakness. Mage should win this race and be set up to try for a Triple Crown. It's going to be a very short price. You may want to hook up some Black Eye Susan doubles with some horses here in the Preakness for sure. But again, it is his race to lose. Looks like he should handle this bunch for sure. And the number 4 horse, well, I think this is your dead speed in the race. Coffee with Chris, 20 to 1 on the morning line. Don't think he can win this race, just like Chasing Chaos at number 2. I think you could throw the 2 and 4 completely off the ticket in terms of underneath trifectors and superfectors like that. I don't think the 2 or the 4 has any chance. But that being said, Coffee with Chris is still going to have an impact on this race because this horse is very, very fast out of the gate and will just sprint out there. That's his only chance. 3 wins from 12 starts, 3 seconds and 2/3. Not a bad horse. The horse is by Ridner. Charlie Salzman Jr. is our trainer of record, and Rodriguez is in the odds. But again, if you ask me, this is your speed of the race. Even though National Treasure, the number 1, and the number 8 horse, First Mission, have speed, they should let number 4 go, and they should sit second and third to try to get the jump on the horses behind them, more notably Mage. So to me, Coffee with Chris is a have impact the first half of the race, and then a fold like a cheap accordion. Throw the number 4 horse clearly off your ticket, just like the number 2. Well, Red Route 1. Well, Red Route 1 has 2 wins from 9 starts, 2 seconds, and 1/3 by the famous gun runner on the back end, Grandsire is Tappet. Trained by my boy, his old Asmussen and Winchel's thoroughbreds, of course. You're going to get a Rolex ride. You know it's Joel, y'all. It's Rosario in the arms. The old Rolex, he will be on time. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if the speed collapsed, this one would be picking them up and laying them down. Do not leave this one from underneath. I tell you right now, this horse will be motoring down the center of the track, okay, for sure. Ran in an overnight stake race April 22nd at Oaklawn Park in the Bathhouse. Everybody was betting that race, right? Okay, the Bathhouse Stakes, right? But this horse is improving with every start. But like I said, he's still 5 or 6 or 7 lengths slower than the favorite in here, Mage. But you can't leave the number 5 off your ticket underneath in tries and supers. 15 to 1. This is a beautiful underneath horse. And the second underneath horse is the number 6 horse, I believe, Perform. Again, here's a horse that the speed figures are extremely light on this horse. Perform is 15 to 1, is well on the line, 2 wins from 7 starts. I cashed a big ticket on this horse on April 15th, but I don't think he has the mustard to beat this field, number 6, Perform. Again, use this horse in the try and super underneath. I don't think this horse is a win contender. And Chad Brown has Blazing Sevens. You know he always take this route. Won it last year, I believe, with early voting. Skipped the Derby. Blazing Sevens is in here. 2 wins from 6 starts and 2/3. Another horse by Good Magic, just like Perform and Mage. There's 3 Good Magic horses in here, or the sired by Chad Brown. You got your, again, Irad Ortiz in the line, on the horse, and we'll be making up ground. 6 to 1's a little short. Speed figures are very light relative to the top horse, but we'll have to improve. So you have to use Blazing Sevens underneath in the tries and superfectors. I don't think he can win this race. So the 5, 6, and 7 are late runners, and I think you use them underneath in the 3rd and 4th spot for sure. And here's First Mission. Well, of course, I like First Mission in his own right. It is a Godolphin-owned and Godolphin-bred runner. Brad Cox and his band of merry horses is doing the training. Got my boy Louis Saez up. 2 wins from 3 starts. Still lack a little experience. Speed figures are cut below. Mage in here. Looks just like National Treasure. So to me, the 1 and 8 are the exact same horses. They're both forwardly placed. They're both really fast. And they both should sit and let the number 4 horse go. That being said, we know Godolphin horses improve each and every time. By Street Sense on the back end by Medagliadora. The connections are fine. The rider is fine. This is a fine horse. I'm going to give National Treasure a little edge over him because National Treasure shouldn't lose an ounce of ground. And I think First Mission is going to be outside a little bit and probably in the 2nd or 3rd path. But that being said, at 5 to 2, this horse should be in the number somewhere. This race looks extremely chalky to me, folks, and I don't think anyone's going to make a bunch of money in here with long shots or anything. So there's your Preakness field. So the bottom line I come away with, of course, our top pick is going to be our Derby winner, Mage. It's his horse it's his race to lose. His last speed figure is phenomenal. My only knock on him and can he return in 2 weeks? That's the only thing. But he's a young horse, he's improving, and I would be a little dismayed if I didn't put him on top. Several things would have to happen to beat this horse. He actually have to not run his race, in other words, regress a little bit, and one or two of these go forward. So our top pick is Mage in here, and like I said, I'm going to give our second slot to Bob Baffert's horse, National Treasure, only for one reason, because he's on the rail and he shouldn't lose an ounce of ground. So at 4-1 is not a bad price. And then our third pick, of course, is going to be First Mission in here for sure. To round out our trifactor. And our superfactor, well, I would be a little dismayed if I didn't, I guess if I didn't use my boy Asmussen at 15-1 to try to create a little value underneath for sure. That would be Red Route 1. So, there's your Preakness, folks. There's nothing really cute about this. The only hope that we have as a fan is that Mage do win the race and it sets him up for a Triple Crown and maybe a beautiful, beautiful Belmont. But to me, it's his race to lose for sure. It's his race to win. And, of course, the only question I have is the 14-day return. He's a young horse. He should be able to handle it. The workouts is beautiful. So for us, it's 4, 1, 8. And we'll throw the number 5 horse in the 4th spot to round out our super. But to me, Mage should beat these down. These horses they're just not that good in terms of, pace numbers and speed figures, okay, for sure. Just remember, Pimlico is a speed favor in track, so remember to look at the early races and see how the track is playing. Maybe we can put together a double from Friday's Black Eye Susan into the Preakness. You know how I do. To me, it's all about Mage. This horse should beat these horses down. Okay, there's nothing sexy here. He's 8-5 on the morning line, and it wouldn't shock me if this horse is even money for sure. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm your Speed King. Get your orders in for your tip sheets at speedking24@yahoo.com. Thanks so much. Let's see if Mage can rock these. So 4, 1, 8 in that order for sure. Stay classy, y'all.